The silent wisdom of those who master the art of restraint carries with it a magnetic allure. Their calm demeanor exudes an aura of contemplation, their silence a profound statement of control and reflection. In their world, the absence of words doesn't signify the absence of thoughts, but rather the presence of a deep inner dialogue, a rich understanding of life's complexities. These quiet Stoics navigate the tides of existence not through force or noise, but through a steady, deliberate flow that honors both the world around them and their inner sanctity. To understand this, consider how silence becomes an active force rather than a passive void. It offers the space to listen, to observe, and to choose a response with clarity. Those who embody Stoicism treat their silence not as mere abstention from speech, but as a gateway to power. Their quiet strength becomes a fortress where wisdom, patience, and clarity dwell. And from this vantage point, they face the storms of life with unmatched resilience. These individuals, steeped in the teachings of Epictetus and Marcus Aurelius, show us that silence is not about retreating from the world, but about engaging with it more profoundly. Their lives whisper lessons of self-mastery, where silence cultivates the inner stillness necessary to hear the truths often obscured by the clamor of daily life. There's a fascinating connection between silence and the ability to remain calm. Those who adopt a Stoic silence recognize that a composed exterior reflects an inner world balanced by reason and acceptance. They embody the ancient adage, "Be silent for the most part, or if you speak, say only what is necessary." This philosophy conserves energy, reduces noise, and fosters an environment where clarity can thrive. In this quiet calm, a Stoic doesn't merely react. They respond with precision and intention. Their restraint is not born out of fear, but out of strength, a testament to their alignment with nature's rhythms. Silence, as practiced by the Stoics, becomes a tool to maintain serenity amidst chaos. By controlling their reactions, they transform what might overwhelm others into manageable realities. This ability to respond rather than react empowers them to navigate turbulent waters with grace, showing us that true calmness is not the absence of struggle, but the mastery of one's response to it. As we examine this way of life, we are invited to reflect on how the principles of Stoicism might guide us toward a similar calm. How might we embrace silence as a source of strength? Could we too find peace in the practice of speaking less and listening more? In their dedication to principle, Stoics demonstrate that silence is not a surrender, but a statement of discipline. The silent adherence to their values serves as a shield against the distractions and pressures of the world. By remaining true to their core beliefs, they create a life that aligns with virtue and integrity. Consider the example of Epictetus, whose life as a slave did not diminish his adherence to Stoic principles. His silence was a declaration of strength, a way to rise above his circumstances. This commitment to discipline, even in the face of adversity, highlights the transformative power of principle-driven living. For Epictetus, silence was not only a way to endure, but a way to triumph. It served as a foundation upon which freedom and peace were built. This adherence to principle reveals an essential truth. The path of silence is not a passive one. It requires active engagement with one's values and a willingness to live them out fully. By embodying these principles, Stoics achieve a profound sense of freedom and fulfillment, demonstrating that silence is not a void, but a vessel for deep, meaningful living. Through their quiet resilience, Stoics also teach us about the relationship between adversity and strength. Their silence in the face of challenges is not born of resignation, but of a deliberate choice to endure and grow. Adversity to them is not a burden, but an opportunity to refine their character. The story of Epictetus illustrates this beautifully. Despite being born into slavery, he emerged as one of history's greatest thinkers. His silence became a source of inner fortitude, enabling him to transform suffering into wisdom. This ability to rise above external circumstances speaks to the profound strength that Stoics derive from their quiet reflection. By embracing silence, Stoics cultivate an inner resilience that allows them to face life's trials with grace. They understand that true strength lies not in resisting adversity, but in adapting to it. Their silence becomes a means of maintaining their balance, a way to find clarity amidst confusion. In a world often overwhelmed by noise, distractions become a significant barrier to this clarity. Yet, Stoics, with their disciplined approach, show us how to strip away the unnecessary and focus on what truly matters. Their lives are a testament to the power of simplicity, a reminder that less is often more. This ability to eliminate distractions is not merely about creating an orderly external environment, but about fostering an inner stillness where wisdom can flourish. It is in this quiet space that Stoics find the freedom to engage deeply with their thoughts, to connect with the essence of life itself. By following their example, we too can learn to declutter our lives. We can create spaces, both physical and mental, where peace and clarity can grow. In doing so, we honor the Stoic tradition of simplicity and pave the way for a more focused, meaningful existence. The silent Stoics' humility, strength, and wisdom are qualities we can all aspire to. Their lives remind us that silence is not a weakness, but a strength, a choice that reflects deep understanding and control. By embracing the principles of Stoicism, we too can find the courage to face life's challenges with grace and the wisdom to navigate them with clarity. Through silence, we discover a world of profound insights. It is in this stillness that we connect with our true selves, find peace amidst chaos, and gain the wisdom to live a life of purpose and integrity. Let us take inspiration from the quiet Stoics and embark on our journey toward a life enriched by the power of thoughtful silence. The art of silence, as practiced by the Stoics, is a deliberate act of self-mastery. It is not an absence but a presence, a profound engagement with the world, filtered through the lens of inner reflection and calm. Those who embody this practice carry an air of quiet confidence, their silence a testament to the depth of their character. They remind us that in stillness lies power, and in restraint, wisdom. This quiet strength is cultivated. In this way, silence transforms into a discipline of action. It is a practice of aligning what one does with what one believes, even when faced with challenges. For Stoics, words are not the primary tool of expression. Their actions speak volumes. They demonstrate that true commitment lies not in grand proclamations, but in consistent, purposeful living. Consider the life of Epictetus, who, despite being born into slavery, rose above his circumstances by adhering to the principles of Stoicism. His silence in the face of adversity was not an indication of defeat, but a testament to his inner strength. By focusing on what he could control, his thoughts, reactions, and choices, he transformed his life into a beacon of resilience and wisdom. His story teaches us that silence, when rooted in principle, can be a source of profound empowerment. This empowerment extends to the way Stoics approach adversity. They do not see challenges as obstacles to their happiness, but as opportunities to grow stronger. Their silence is a reflection of their ability to endure, to remain composed even when the world around them is in chaos. They face difficulties with quiet determination, turning their focus inward to find the strength they need to persevere. The resilience of the silent Stoic is not a mere act of endurance, but a deliberate choice to view life's trials as necessary parts of the journey. They understand that adversity shapes character, and their silence allows them the space to reflect, adapt, and emerge stronger. It is in this reflective stillness that they find the clarity to see challenges not as insurmountable burdens, but as fires that forge the steel of their inner being. We, too, can cultivate this strength by embracing silence as a means of navigating our struggles. Instead of reacting impulsively, we can pause, reflect, and choose our responses thoughtfully. This practice, inspired by the Stoics, empowers us to face adversity with courage and resilience, knowing that every challenge carries within it the potential for growth. Another dimension of Stoic silence is the intentional removal of distractions. In a world filled with constant noise and endless demands for attention, Stoics teach us the value of focused simplicity. They deliberately strip away what is unnecessary to create space for what truly matters: virtue, wisdom, and inner peace. By eliminating distractions, Stoics create an environment where their thoughts can flourish without interference. This clarity allows them to engage deeply with the present moment and align their actions with their principles. For them, life is not about accumulating possessions or achievements, but about living in harmony with their inner values. Epictetus exemplifies this principle through his commitment to a life of simplicity. He recognized that external clutter, whether material or mental, only serves to obscure the path to wisdom. By focusing on what he could control and letting go of what he could not, he freed himself to live a life of purpose and clarity. We can adopt this practice by consciously evaluating the distractions in our own lives. Whether it's the constant pull of social media, the pursuit of superficial goals, or the tendency to overthink, we can learn to identify and remove these obstacles. By doing so, we create space for reflection, growth, and the pursuit of what truly matters. This simplicity also ties into the humility of the Stoic way. Silent Stoics embody a deep humility that stems from their recognition of life's vast complexities. They do not seek to dominate others with their words or assert their superiority through loud proclamations. Instead, they embrace the wisdom of knowing what they do not know and remain open to learning from every experience. This humility is not a sign of weakness, but of strength. It reflects a confidence rooted in self-awareness and a respect for the interconnectedness of all things. By speaking less and listening more, Stoics demonstrate a profound understanding of the world and their place within it. Cato the Younger, a Stoic renowned for his integrity and modesty, exemplifies this humility. Despite his influential position in Roman politics, he chose a life of simplicity and virtue. His silence was a testament to his commitment to Stoic principles, a quiet strength that inspired those around him. His life reminds us that humility, far from diminishing us, elevates us by fostering genuine connections and a deeper sense of purpose. Through their silence, Stoics also cultivate the art of deep listening. They understand that listening is not merely hearing words, but engaging with the essence of what is being communicated. By truly listening, they connect with others on a profound level, gaining insights that enrich their understanding of the human experience. The Stoic philosopher Musonius Rufus viewed listening as a path to wisdom. He recognized that by being fully present and open to the perspectives of others, he could expand his own understanding. This practice of deep listening is a cornerstone of Stoic silence, transforming every interaction into an opportunity for growth and connection. As we reflect on these lessons, we are invited to explore the transformative power of silence in our own lives. What might we discover about ourselves and the world around us if we chose to speak less and listen more? How might our relationships deepen, our resilience strengthen, and our wisdom grow? The path of the silent Stoic is not an easy one, but it is a rewarding journey toward inner peace and profound understanding. It challenges us to embrace stillness, not as an absence, but as a presence, a conscious choice to live with intention, clarity, and purpose. Through their example, we are reminded that in the quiet depths of our being lies a wellspring of strength, wisdom, and tranquility waiting to be discovered. The silent Stoic carries a unique strength that comes from an unshakable foundation of self-awareness and mastery over their inner world. They understand that in a world often overwhelmed by noise, the ability to remain composed, reflective, and deliberate is a rare and powerful skill. Their silence is not empty but filled with the richness of thought, a clarity that emerges from turning inward and understanding themselves deeply. This depth of knowledge, cultivated in silence, is not about the accumulation of facts, but the weaving of wisdom into the fabric of their being. Stoics know that true understanding requires more than just surface-level engagement. It demands introspection, contemplation, and the ability to distill the essence of life's experiences into meaningful insights. Through their reflective silence, they achieve a profound connection with their inner selves and the world around them. Seneca, one of the great Stoic philosophers, epitomized this depth of knowledge. His writings, born from his quiet reflection, continue to resonate through the ages. He taught that wisdom thrives not in endless chatter, but in the deliberate pursuit of understanding. For Seneca, silence was not a retreat from life, but an active engagement with its most profound truths. It was in the quiet moments of thought that he found clarity, enabling him to navigate the complexities of his time with insight and grace. From this example, we learn that silence offers a unique space for growth. In the absence of external noise, we can focus on what truly matters. We can ask ourselves the difficult questions, confront our fears, and explore the depths of our potential. The silent Stoic teaches us that by creating this space, we unlock a reservoir of wisdom that transforms not only how we think, but also how we live. But this depth is not isolated from the practice of humility. Quiet Stoics understand that true knowledge often reveals the vastness of what we do not know. This awareness keeps them humble, fostering a genuine curiosity and openness to learning from others. They approach life with a sense of wonder, knowing that every interaction and experience carries the potential for discovery. This humility is beautifully illustrated in the life of Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher king whose reign was marked by wisdom and compassion. Despite his immense power, Marcus Aurelius remained deeply humble, constantly reflecting on his own actions and striving to align them with the principles of Stoicism. His meditations, written for his own guidance, reveal a man who understood that humility is not about diminishing oneself, but about recognizing the interconnectedness of all things and the value of every individual. Through this lens of humility, the silent Stoic embraces non-judgment. They understand that life is complex and that each person's journey is shaped by unique experiences, challenges, and perspectives. Instead of reacting with condemnation or superiority, they choose to observe, understand, and extend compassion. This practice of non-judgment is not about passivity, but about fostering deeper connections and a more harmonious existence. By adopting this perspective, we too can find freedom from the burdens of judgment. We can let go of the need to constantly evaluate others and instead focus on our own growth and understanding. This shift not only improves our relationships, but also brings a sense of peace and balance to our lives. The silent Stoic reminds us that by embracing non-judgment, we create a space where empathy and kindness can flourish. Equally integral to the Stoic way is the cultivation of inner strength. For the silent Stoic, strength is not measured by outward displays of power, but by the quiet resilience that enables them to endure life's trials with grace. This inner fortitude is built through reflection, self-discipline, and a commitment to growth. The Stoic approach to strength is best understood through their view of adversity. Rather than fearing challenges, they welcome them as opportunities to build character and resilience. They see obstacles as necessary elements of the journey, each one shaping them into better, stronger individuals. This perspective empowers them to face difficulties with a calm and composed demeanor, knowing that every hardship is a chance to learn and grow. This philosophy is beautifully embodied in the teachings of Epictetus, who often spoke of the power of perspective in overcoming adversity. He taught that external events are beyond our control, but our responses to them are entirely within our power. This understanding allowed him to navigate a life filled with challenges with unwavering resolve. His silence in the face of hardship was not a withdrawal, but a deliberate act of focusing on what truly mattered: his thoughts, choices, and character. We can draw inspiration from this Stoic resilience by reframing how we view adversity in our own lives. Instead of allowing challenges to overwhelm us, we can pause, reflect, and choose to see them as opportunities for growth. By embracing the Stoic practice of silence, we create the space to find clarity amidst chaos and the strength to move forward with purpose. Stoics also teach us the importance of deep listening, a practice that goes hand in hand with silence. For them, listening is an act of presence, a way to truly understand and connect with others. It is not about waiting for a chance to speak, but about fully immersing oneself in the experience of another person's words, emotions, and thoughts. Musonius Rufus, a lesser-known but profoundly wise Stoic, viewed listening as a cornerstone of wisdom. He believed that by listening deeply, one could gain insights that were otherwise inaccessible. This practice of active listening is a powerful tool for personal growth and for fostering meaningful relationships. It reminds us that every person we encounter has a story worth hearing, a perspective that can enrich our own understanding. By adopting this practice, we not only honor the Stoic tradition, but also create a more empathetic and connected world. Listening deeply allows us to bridge gaps, resolve conflicts, and build relationships based on mutual respect and understanding. It is a skill that, while simple in concept, carries profound implications for how we interact with others and navigate our own inner worlds. The silent Stoic, in their humility, strength, and wisdom, offers us a model for living a life of purpose and integrity. They show us that silence is not an absence, but a powerful presence, a deliberate choice to engage with the world in a deeper, more meaningful way. Through their example, we are reminded that in the stillness of our being lies the potential for profound transformation, a journey toward a life enriched by clarity, resilience, and wisdom. The silent Stoic's approach to life offers a roadmap for navigating the complexities of existence with grace and purpose. Their silence is not just the absence of words, but a deeply intentional practice, one that creates space for reflection, clarity, and profound self-mastery. It is within this stillness that they find the strength to cultivate virtues that guide their interactions with the world and their inner selves. One of the most striking aspects of the Stoic way is their unyielding commitment to self-control. For the silent Stoic, mastering one's emotions and impulses is not an occasional effort, but a lifelong discipline. They understand that true freedom lies not in acting on every whim, but in choosing responses that align with their values and goals. Their silence becomes a tool for cultivating this control, a pause that allows them to assess situations with clarity and respond with intention. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher king, demonstrated this principle throughout his life. Despite the immense pressures of ruling an empire, he maintained an extraordinary level of composure, using reflective silence as a means to govern wisely. His writings in Meditations reveal a man deeply committed to self-control, who viewed every challenge as an opportunity to strengthen his character. He believed that by mastering his thoughts and emotions, he could rise above external turmoil and act in accordance with reason and virtue. This practice of self-control teaches us the power of the pause. In moments of anger, frustration, or temptation, we can choose to pause, reflect, and decide how to respond. By embracing this Stoic habit, we gain the ability to navigate life's challenges with greater poise and integrity. Our words and actions become deliberate rather than impulsive, fostering deeper connections and a more balanced existence. This balance extends to the Stoics' ability to avoid distractions. In a world filled with endless noise and demands for attention, the silent Stoics' focus stands out as a profound strength. They recognize that distractions, whether external or internal, are barriers to clarity and growth. By consciously eliminating what is unnecessary, they create a space where they can engage fully with the present moment and align their actions with their values. Epictetus often spoke of the importance of focusing on what is within our control and letting go of what is not. His teachings remind us that much of life's clutter stems from our attempts to control the uncontrollable. By narrowing our attention to what truly matters, we free ourselves from the mental and emotional noise that clouds our judgment. For the Stoic, this simplicity is not a limitation, but a liberation, a way to live more authentically and purposefully. We, too, can adopt this practice by examining the distractions in our lives. What habits, thoughts, or activities pull us away from our goals? What can we let go of to create more room for growth and reflection? The Stoic approach encourages us to be intentional with our time and energy, to focus on what brings us closer to our true selves and our aspirations. Through their focus, Stoics embody an unparalleled strength in adversity. They understand that life's challenges are not meant to defeat us, but to refine us. Their silence in the face of hardship is not a sign of weakness, but a reflection of their ability to endure, adapt, and overcome. They see adversity as a forge in which their character is shaped, each trial a lesson in resilience and perseverance. The story of Epictetus is a powerful example of this strength. Born into slavery and enduring physical hardship, he refused to let his circumstances define him. Instead, he used his experiences as a foundation for profound philosophical insights. His teachings emphasize that while we cannot control what happens to us, we can always control how we respond. This perspective empowers us to face life's difficulties with courage and resolve, knowing that our inner strength is unshakable. By embracing the Stoic view of adversity, we can reframe our own challenges. Instead of seeing obstacles as insurmountable, we can view them as opportunities to grow. Each setback becomes a chance to practice resilience, to strengthen our character, and to move forward with greater wisdom and determination. In this way, the silent Stoics' approach to hardship transforms not only how we experience difficulty, but also how we emerge from it. This transformation is further enriched by the Stoic practice of humility. Silent Stoics understand that wisdom begins with acknowledging the limits of their knowledge. They do not seek to dominate conversations or prove their superiority. Instead, they listen, observe, and learn. Their humility is a reflection of their deep respect for life's complexities and their recognition of the interconnectedness of all things. Cato the Younger, a Stoic known for his integrity and modesty, exemplified this humility. Despite his prominent role in Roman politics, he lived a life of simplicity and virtue. His silence was not an avoidance of engagement, but a deliberate choice to let his actions speak louder than his words. His humility inspired those around him, demonstrating that true strength lies in quiet conviction rather than loud assertion. This humility, also fosters the Stoics' ability to listen deeply. They understand that listening is not just a skill, but a virtue, a way to connect with others and gain insight into their experiences. By listening without judgment or the need to respond, they create a space where understanding can flourish. Their silence becomes a gift, a way to honor the thoughts and feelings of those around them. Musonius Rufus often emphasized the importance of listening as a path to wisdom. He believed that by truly hearing others, we could expand our understanding and build deeper relationships. This practice of deep listening is a cornerstone of Stoic silence, transforming conversations into opportunities for growth and connection. As we reflect on these principles, we are reminded of the profound power of silence. It is not a retreat from life, but an engagement with it on the deepest level. Through their silence, Stoics teach us to cultivate self-control, eliminate distractions, embrace adversity, practice humility, and listen deeply. They show us that in the quiet depths of our being lies the potential for transformation, a path to a life of wisdom, resilience, and peace. The silent Stoic's journey is not an easy one, but it is a path of profound meaning and fulfillment. By following their example, we can learn to navigate life with greater clarity, strength, and purpose. Through silence, we find the space to grow, to connect, and to discover the enduring wisdom that lies within us all. The silent Stoic moves through life with a presence that commands attention not through words, but through the force of their inner stability. Their silence is not empty, but a reservoir of resilience, a deliberate act of preservation that channels energy into meaningful thoughts and actions. In every quiet moment, they engage in profound introspection, shaping their responses to align with their values and cultivating a life of purpose and strength. At the core of this practice is the Stoic's ability to remain unwaveringly composed, even in the face of life's unpredictability. This sense of calm does not come naturally. It is built through consistent reflection and the disciplined exercise of self-control. Stoics understand that while external events are often beyond their control, their internal reactions are entirely within their power. This realization empowers them to navigate life's chaos with grace, their silence a shield against impulsive reactions and unnecessary conflict. Marcus Aurelius, perhaps the most iconic figure of Stoic philosophy, exemplified this unshakable calm in his reign as Roman emperor. He faced wars, plagues, and political intrigue, yet his meditations reveal a man committed to maintaining his inner peace amidst external turbulence. His practice of reflective silence allowed him to process the challenges of his rule thoughtfully and make decisions rooted in wisdom rather than emotion. He teaches us that silence is not about avoidance, but about creating the space to act with clarity and integrity. Through this lens, we begin to see silence as a tool for mastering our emotions and strengthening our resolve. Instead of being swept away by anger, fear, or frustration, the silent Stoic takes a step back, observes their emotions, and chooses a response that aligns with their values. This approach transforms every interaction and challenge into an opportunity to practice restraint, self-awareness, and deliberate action. Another remarkable aspect of the silent Stoic is their dedication to principle. They live not by convenience, but by conviction, adhering to values that guide their actions even in the face of adversity. Their silence becomes a testament to their unwavering commitment, a quiet but powerful declaration of their integrity. For them, living in alignment with their principles is not optional. It is the foundation of a life well lived. Epictetus, who endured the hardships of slavery and later became one of the most revered Stoic philosophers, embodies this commitment. His teachings emphasize the importance of focusing on what we can control, our thoughts, actions, and choices, and letting go of what lies beyond our influence. In his silence, he demonstrated a profound respect for discipline and principle, using these virtues to rise above his circumstances and find freedom within. We can draw inspiration from Epictetus by reflecting on our own principles and how they shape our lives. Are we living in alignment with our values, or are we swayed by the pressures of convenience and conformity? By embracing the Stoic practice of silence, we create the mental clarity needed to assess our actions honestly and realign ourselves with what truly matters. This practice is not about perfection, but about progress, a continual effort to live with integrity and purpose. This alignment with principle also fosters resilience, a trait deeply embedded in the Stoic way of life. Silent Stoics understand that challenges and setbacks are inevitable, but they view these moments not as defeats, but as opportunities for growth. Their silence in the face of adversity reflects their inner strength, a steadfast resolve to persevere and learn from every experience. Consider the Stoic metaphor of the archer. The archer focuses on their aim and releases the arrow with precision, but once it leaves the bow, the outcome is beyond their control. The silent Stoic lives with this understanding, directing their efforts with intention and accepting whatever results may come. This mindset allows them to face uncertainty with confidence and resilience, knowing that their energy is best spent on what they can influence. We too can cultivate this resilience by adopting a Stoic perspective on adversity. Instead of fearing failure or disappointment, we can view challenges as essential parts of our journey. Each obstacle becomes a lesson, each setback a chance to refine our character. Through the practice of reflective silence, we gain the perspective needed to approach difficulties with courage and determination. This resilience is further supported by the Stoics' ability to simplify their lives and remove distractions. They recognize that unnecessary clutter, whether material or mental, only serves to obscure their path to wisdom. By focusing on what is essential, they create a life of purpose and clarity, free from the noise and chaos that often cloud our judgment. The life of Seneca offers a compelling example of this principle. Although he was a wealthy statesman, he valued simplicity and self-discipline, often reflecting on the importance of living in accordance with nature and virtue. His writings encourage us to strip away the distractions that pull us away from our true selves, reminding us that simplicity is not about deprivation, but about making room for what truly matters. This practice of simplification extends beyond physical possessions to include our thoughts and relationships. The silent Stoic understands the importance of prioritizing meaningful connections and eliminating unnecessary conflict. Their silence becomes a way to preserve harmony and focus on what enriches their lives rather than what drains their energy. Finally, the silent Stoic's approach to relationships is marked by humility and deep listening. They do not dominate conversations or seek to impose their views on others. Instead, they listen with empathy and openness, recognizing that every person has something valuable to teach. This humility creates an environment of mutual respect, where understanding and connection can flourish. Musonius Rufus emphasized the importance of listening as a means of gaining wisdom. He believed that by being fully present in conversations, we can learn not only about others, but also about ourselves. This practice of deep listening is a hallmark of Stoic silence, transforming every interaction into an opportunity for growth and understanding. As we reflect on these lessons, we are reminded that the silent Stoic's journey is not about withdrawing from the world, but about engaging with it more thoughtfully. Their silence is a powerful tool for cultivating self-control, resilience, and meaningful connections. Through their example, we see that the path to wisdom lies not in endless noise, but in the quiet depths of our being, where clarity and purpose reside. By embracing this practice, we can navigate life's complexities with greater strength, grace, and fulfillment. The silent Stoic approaches life with a profound sense of purpose, their silence a reflection of their mastery over the chaos of the external world and the intricacies of their inner thoughts. Their journey is one of quiet strength, deliberate reflection, and unwavering alignment with their values. Each step they take, guided by the principles of Stoicism, reinforces their commitment to a life of clarity, resilience, and wisdom. Central to the silent Stoics' philosophy is the understanding that true freedom lies in mastering oneself. They recognize that while the external world may be unpredictable and often uncontrollable, their thoughts, emotions, and actions are within their command. Their silence, then, is a deliberate practice of self-discipline, a pause that allows them to observe their impulses, understand their triggers, and choose their responses wisely. This practice of self-mastery is vividly illustrated in the life of Marcus Aurelius. Despite the immense pressures of being an emperor, Marcus maintained a steadfast commitment to introspection and self-control. His meditations reveal a man who continually worked to align his actions with his values, using silence as a tool for clarity and focus. He wrote about the importance of not being ruled by passions, of letting reason guide his decisions rather than emotions. His life serves as a reminder that silence is not a withdrawal from challenges, but a means to confront them with strength and intention. This ability to remain composed and deliberate extends to the Stoics' approach to relationships. They practice humility, understanding that every person they encounter has their own struggles, perspectives, and lessons to offer. Their silence in conversations is not an absence of engagement, but a presence of listening, a way to truly hear and connect with others. This humility fosters an environment of respect and mutual understanding, allowing relationships to deepen and flourish. Musonius Rufus, a Stoic known for his emphasis on the value of education and interpersonal connection, often spoke about the art of listening. He believed that by being fully present and open in dialogue, one could gain insights that would otherwise remain hidden. For Musonius, listening was an act of wisdom, a way to learn not only about others but also about oneself. His teachings remind us that silence in communication is not about passivity, but about creating space for understanding and empathy. This practice of deep listening ties into the Stoics' broader commitment to simplicity. They understand that life is often complicated by distractions, both external and internal, that pull us away from what truly matters. By simplifying their lives, they make room for reflection, focus, and meaningful action. Their silence becomes a way to clear the noise, to strip away the unnecessary, and create a life rooted in purpose. Epictetus often emphasized the importance of focusing on what is within our control and letting go of what is not. His teachings highlight the power of simplicity, not as a rejection of life's pleasures, but as a way to prioritize what aligns with one's values. By eliminating distractions, the silent Stoic creates a space where they can engage deeply with the present moment, with themselves, and with the world around them. This simplicity also enhances their ability to navigate adversity. The silent Stoic understands that challenges are an inevitable part of life, but they see these obstacles not as threats, but as opportunities to grow. Their silence in the face of hardship reflects their resilience, a quiet determination to endure, adapt, and emerge stronger. They view adversity as a crucible for character, a chance to refine their strength and deepen their understanding. The metaphor of the archer, often used in Stoic philosophy, captures this mindset perfectly. The archer controls their aim, their technique, and their focus, but once the arrow is released, the outcome is beyond their control. The silent Stoic lives by this principle, focusing their energy on what they can influence while accepting what lies beyond their reach. This acceptance, grounded in reflective silence, allows them to face life's uncertainties with confidence and grace. Through their resilience, Stoics also embody a profound sense of humility. They understand that wisdom begins with acknowledging the limits of their knowledge and remaining open to learning. Their silence in this context is not a retreat, but a practice of observation and growth. They listen to the world, to others, and to themselves, continually expanding their understanding and refining their perspectives. Seneca, a master of Stoic thought, often wrote about the importance of humility and the dangers of arrogance. He believed that true wisdom came not from asserting superiority, but from embracing one's place in the larger tapestry of life. His writings encourage us to approach life with a sense of wonder and respect, to see every interaction as an opportunity to learn and grow. Through humility, the silent Stoic cultivates a life of genuine connection and purpose. Finally, the silent Stoics' practice of non-judgment completes their philosophy. They understand that life is a complex web of experiences, and every individual is shaped by their unique circumstances. Instead of reacting with criticism or condemnation, they observe with empathy and seek to understand. Their silence becomes a way to create space for compassion, to see others not as adversaries, but as fellow travelers on the journey of life. Marcus Aurelius wrote extensively about the importance of seeing others with kindness and patience. He reminded himself and us that every person acts according to their understanding and nature. This perspective allows the silent Stoic to approach relationships and interactions with a sense of peace, free from the burdens of judgment and resentment. The lessons of the silent Stoic are as timeless as they are profound. Through their silence, they teach us the value of self-mastery, the strength of resilience, the beauty of simplicity, the wisdom of humility, and the power of non-judgment. Their journey is one of deliberate reflection and purposeful action, a reminder that in the stillness of our being lies the potential for transformation. As we conclude this exploration of the silent Stoics' way of life, we are left with a challenge and an invitation to embrace the silence within ourselves, to listen deeply, to act thoughtfully, and to live in alignment with our values. In doing so, we can find the clarity, strength, and peace that define the path of the Stoic. Their silence is not merely a pause, but a profound presence, a way of engaging with the world that elevates both themselves and those around them. Through their example, we are reminded that true wisdom often speaks in the quietest tones, inviting us to listen, reflect, and grow.